If I had to start my tech journey from zero again, I would do things very differently. Not because I failed, but because I now understand what actually matters. When I started learning tech, I thought that success was about learning everything. At that time, I learned web development. After a while, I went into networking. I did a little bit of cybersecurity. I then realized, cloud is better. I did it. Then I was into graphic design. All of a sudden, I was into video editing. I did a lot of things. I was then into WordPress, AI tools. I didn't have a direction. I kept jumping from one thing to another because I was afraid of missing on opportunities. And honestly, that slowed me down more than it helped me. Probably you have the same issue. If I could do it again, the first thing I would do is pick one path and stay consistently long enough, you know, be valuable in it. You see, most beginners don't fail because they are lazy or not smart. They fail because they keep restarting. One week they are learning Python, the next week they are watching ethical hacking videos, then suddenly they want to do cloud computing. After 2 months, they feel like they know nothing. I have been there, you know. Another mistake I made was spending too much time consuming content instead of building. I watched tutorials for hours. Man, I was on YouTube watching everything for hours. I would save those posts, subscribe to those channels, download courses, but real growth started when I began building projects, you know, breaking things, troubleshooting those errors. I was solving actual problems. In tech, passive learning feels like it's productive, but practical work changes everything. So you better do those projects. Do projects. They do a lot. I would also stop comparing my journey to other people online. Social media will make you feel late. You are just scrolling, then you see someone has just gotten a remote job, and that person is 20. Another person is making six figure. Another person is building startup. Meanwhile, you are still trying to understand networking basics or even debugging your first website. You know, what many people don't show you is the years of confusion, consistency, rejection, and even learning behind their progress. They do not show you that. Another thing I would avoid is waiting to feel ready. Imposter syndrome. I delayed posting my work. I delayed applying for opportunities because I usually felt I was not ready. I delayed putting myself out there because I thought I needed to know more fast. And the truth is, confidence comes after action. Remember that confidence will come after action. So if I was starting again, this is what I would do. My approach: pick one path, learn the fundamentals deeply, build projects, you know, and post my journey online. That is very important. Let people know what you are doing. Don't just do things, without anyone knowing your skill. Um, then network with people. Join those communities, my friend. Join them. You know. Then I would start applying to jobs early, even when I am not qualified. I would stay patient, avoid comparing myself with other people, and focus on progress over being perfect. Tech always rewards consistency more than talent. Don't forget that. Tech rewards consistency more than talent. Okay? Um, and one more thing, I would stop underestimating small progress. Yes. Okay? The first website, the first troubleshooting task, the first client, the first interview, the first certification are important. Small wins will compound. So to everyone starting tech or doing tech right now, you are not behind. The industry is still growing. Opportunity still exists. Um, just stay consistent, keep learning, keep building, keep showing up.